You guys, if there was a sound for this generation, that's the sound. Whatever the fuck that shit was. Blasting from that motorcycle. Because all the music sounds like that now. It's like... below sea level bad. Now, I understand that music and all art is subjective. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I've listened to over the years that I'm a little bit embarrassed about. But it did what it had to do for me at the time. So, whatever I needed, that shitty band provided it for me. So, everybody has like something that they have been into that wasn't very good. And upon discovering way better stuff, we shamefully internalize this memory of ourselves, like listening to way shittier music, you know, thinking that it was really good, thinking that it was like so amazing. But yeah, I'm sure many people have said that about many bands. But you know, I discover new stuff all the time, and I'm really grateful that I live in such a way that allows me to do that. And it's crazy to me that everyone has the internet in their pocket, and yet their taste is so bad. It's like you have constant access to way better things, and you still choose to listen to shit like that. But yeah, everything just sounds like so robotic now. And I guess it kind of always has, like, the radio has always pushed like really generic crap that doesn't really challenge anything. You know, because it's just going along with the culture. But I like to think that whatever music I do is like the complete opposite of that. It's like a ginormous fuck you to Western civilization. Sometimes I wish I didn't hate it so much, but I don't think that, like, I would be so motivated to do what I'm doing if I wasn't filled to the brim with hatred, you know, because it's just absolutely absurd that people take anything seriously, you know. I mean, I don't think they really do. I think that they have to pretend that they do. Like, I did a joke recently, and I put it on a poster. It said, I would rather vote for a cockroach. And you know, when I said that on stage at the East Room, there were a bunch of people that laughed at it. Now, I wasn't really referring to either political candidate. I was actually referring to the system as a whole, you know, that it would make more sense to vote for a known pest, okay, a fucking problem of an insect. Well, because I think it's a pretty well-known fact that, you know, roaches, even though they don't, like, really pose that much of a threat, they're like these ugly-ass bugs that multiply, and if you have one, it won't be long before you have 100, and then 1,000, so that's the issue with them. But, you know, it's like when you look to a politician to solve problems, like, that kind of mindset tends to multiply, where you think, oh, well, it's not just politicians that can solve my problems. It's like you develop this mindset where you think that you're supposed to be taken care of in all these different ways, and that's just silly, because if politicians ain't gonna do it, and that's literally like their whole job is to like give you the impression that that's what they're gonna do, is like, you know, fix America or whatever. And if they don't do that, but you still keep voting for them, it's like you really only have yourself to blame, because you keep trusting people that don't deliver, you know. But all those people, like, they typically trust, you know, what do you call them, clinicians, so doctors and nurses, and they trust the news media, and they trust mechanics, and they trust, like, businessmen. They trust that the products that they buy aren't gonna fucking kill them, which is silly, because I don't know, I think that everything in Western civilization is like designed to kill us a little bit, because the weaker we are, the more we rely on the same system that was determined to exploit us from the jump. So I don't know. Was there a point to all that jibber jabber? Well, look at this poster. Do you guys think I fucked it up? Do you think that I made it better? Because it was white before. It was white in the background, and I colored it. It definitely pops more. It's always a risk whenever you color it, because there's the chance that it won't look as good as it did before, but I think that works. I think that looks pretty cool. But I also did this one too. I outlined that, and then I colored that in on the outside. I think I might go back through my old posters and see if I can revamp them a little bit. Because, you know, we get bored easily.